coasting hard where the shadows lie. Grip the handle, feel the engines roar. Freedom ain't a dream, it's the open door. Ride the storm, feel the thunder break. Cut the change and let the earth quake. Born to run, born to never fold. Heart of fire, soul of untamed gold. Night's a beast, it devours the weak. Steel and fire, the language I speak. Dust in my lungs, wind in my face. Speed's my temple, this road's my grace. Ride the storm, feel the thunder break.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Chicagoland Speedway, the mile and a half right here in Joliet, Illinois. And thank God it is not the Chicago Street Course. We're actually on a mile and a half racetrack. And it is so good to be here with you for the last race in the first round of the DSR Electric Truck Series playoffs, the William Michael Netherton Memorial 220. Give you a little bit more insight on that here in a little bit later on in the race. We'll bring Brady in, and Brady can kind of hook everybody up with that. There is the schedule on what we got going on. Got Chicagoland to end out the first round. A couple of drivers going to get knocked out. Then we're going to go to Atlanta, Nashville, Talladega, Richmond. Then after that, we're going to knock out a couple more. Have the final 8 going all the way to Kansas on March 16th. Obviously, that way in obviously season 6. And here is basically your grid of what you got going on here tonight. Chad Ross, Shane Scott, Taylor Peacock, Raul Meza, Cody Knott, Brian Chew, Tyler Dittmer. They're going to have to get something going. Luke Smith, Joshua Suss, Matt Cherry. They're pretty much locked in, obviously, with their wins. But I didn't even introduce us. I'm the redneck announcer, Jake Reeves, my good buddy Dean Hopton, producing and possibly co-commentating with me until Wesley Outlet joins us. And we're getting ready to rock and roll here tonight. Row 1. Got Cole Larson, the youngster. Double L, Lucas Lyons, a couple of youngsters right there on that front row, 20 and 41, running P1 and 2. Jonathan Cofield, Jason Morales, making up row number 2, P3, P4. And row 3 is going to have Colton Hogan with the John Deere colors. And Andrew Harris at 87, making up 5th and 6th. Right there was 7th, that towing company, or Blanchard's towing company. He's got 2 different pictures going on right there. Cody Knott is outside as P7, P8. Rounding out that top 10, you'll find Joey Stiers and Justin Lumpkin. Cool right there with Joey right there. Got the picture with the king. Pretty cool stuff right there out of that. We're not done yet though. Spice Man, Chris Cinnamon, Chad Ross. Row 6, we'll have to go through it maybe a little bit quicker right here. Roger Diamond, Luke Smith, Kermit the Frog. Row 7, row 8. You find Triple J, Jeffrey Johnson Jr. looking like Kyle Busch in the picture. And Buzzy Mongold right there to his outside. Dane Hagan, Tyler Goodwin, making up row number 9. Row 10 is the boss man, Brennan LaBeouf, and Kerry Tribute, teammates with NASRA Racing Esports. Joshua Suss, remember what at Daytona, locked himself on in with Barnett, the hillbilly, to his outside. Brian Chew, Shane Scott, making up row 12. Row 13, Matt Cherry, Aaron Vanrada. You go to row 14, J.D. Larson. James Kaufman as the field's working their way through at 1 and 2. Top 30 will find Raul Meza. And that's it. TJ Moore, the race director, here this evening. Dean, buddy, lights us out. How the hell are you? Go ahead and take it away right here at this point. I got to put a dip in the back end, buddy.
Doing good, thank you, Jacob. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Of course, it's playoff time once again, so been looking forward to this one. Let's see how who can be the next driver to potentially lock themselves in, or can perhaps one of those drivers that have locked themselves in just deny somebody else from being locked in too, Jacob.
Yeah, very good possibility that could happen. Stage 1, get a stay grade to 25, 65, 145, 5 sets of tires. They're probably going to burn through every damn one of them with 75% fuel capacity. Strap in, everybody. We're going to see who's going to make it in the next round. Sweet 16 for the DSR Electric Truck Series. Go from 24 down to 16, knocking 8 of them out. Who's going to be in that Sweet 16? 3 flags in the air, 1 and 2. Larson on the bottom. You got Lyons up there on the top side. Cofield tried to come up, help his teammate. Lucas Lyons double L. Jason Morales lined up right there behind him. Andrew Harris, Colton Hogan, all of them sitting in there. Oh, hell, we got one on the bottom. Look like Joey Steyer's getting loose on the bottom, able to straighten it out. But Lyons and Larson, they're side by side. The youngsters leading them into one.
Yeah, I was just about to say the two youngsters are going to be going for it, aren't they? Cole Larson and Lucas Lyons. With some old talent in the background there with Jonathan Caulfield. Andrew Harris is in the mix there as well too, Jason Morales. Cody Knott's been of good form lately, so let's keep an eye out whether or not Cody can get himself a potentially first race win for the forever.
Very good possibility, obviously. Cody Knott could pull that off. We've seen a couple of first-time winners. Think about it, Kane. So far this season, obviously Joshua Suss at Daytona, Triple J, Jeffrey Johnson Jr. winning at Talladega, getting his first win. Obviously, as I mentioned, Suss getting his first win. Colton Hogan getting his first win. A lot of first-timers to have a shot, get their first win in NASRA. Cody Knott could absolutely be able to pull that off. He's going to have to fight, claw, and send it right here to make it happen. Damn, baby, all over the place. Jason Morales up top, Cody Knott right behind him. Chad Ross down on that inside lane trying to hook it up. Make a little something happen. That's Blanchard in the 9 right there, riding on board with Chad Ross. Sliding up, getting tight. Got to cut it back down. And Dean, that's one thing we're going to have to watch out for over here in turn 2, old buddy. They will get tight. If you're on the bottom, you got to slide up. It's bad. It's a bad deal. I mean, for some reason, I don't know why it is. Yeah, hell yeah, it's bad. And I don't know why. You got to get tight on that bottom side. But if you run that top in 1 and 2, it just seems like you're able to just drive right off of it as easy as you please. Yeah,
don't worry about track limits. There is none. There is actually the grass on the infield. That's practically you don't want to be at the moment, but you can just cut all the way down on that yellow, that white line into any way you want. As you can see, some of the drivers elected to do that at the moment, as we got a little bit of 3-wide action that we had earlier in this race, but they're starting to go a little bit more single file at this moment with Double L now taking the lead from Cole Larson, but here comes Caulfield.
Caulfield down in that inside lane, trying to go after the youngster Cole Larson, OKL, if you will. May end up being a young money of NASRA. If he can pull it off, get him a win, slide right up here and make something happen, may end up getting it outright here in stage 1. Larson down to the inside, double L. Lucas Lyons, he was blinking going into turn 3. Now Cofield going to line it right up behind him and be a man on a mission. Now teammates right here with Bandits Motorsports starting to work together. Actually, no, they're not working together. They're actually racing the hell out of one another. Yeah. Going for the second spot, Young Money and NASRA, Cole Larson, Bandit Motorsports battling for second.
I just thought it'd be quite funny, wouldn't it, if Caulfield gets into the side of the actual sponsored Caulfield livery on the back there of Lucas Lyons there for a second, but doesn't elect to do so. Lucas Lyons back into the lead of this, actually, fighting with Cole Larson for the lead. Again, these two drivers. There's Jonathan Caulfield. He wants a 2-for-1 special here if he can get them both. Potentially, as I said, don't go sliding into your own sponsor. That's the Caulfield. Love the Lucas Lyons on the side of that truck. But Caulfield himself has got a nose ahead there, Jacob. 3 wide for the lead.
Yeah, 3 wide for the lead here at Chicagoland. Caulfield on the bottom. Lyons stuck in the middle. Larson up top. Harris trying to find a hole, maybe stick it 4 wide. If he can make it happen, he ain't gonna have to worry about it. Costin is out. Triple J, Jeffrey Johnson Jr., James Kaufman, and others. There's Jeffrey Johnson Jr. sideways back here in the back. Caution is out. Triple J, one of those Bandits Motorsports teammates of Caulfield and Lyons, unfortunately goes around. Pulling spot presents the replay. Will tell the tale. And please don't be the boss man.
It is the boss
please
man.
Don't be the boss
sure
man. And that is old teammates right there. Both of them raced together with NASRA Racing Esports in Mission 1 all those years when we were teammates. Damn! Brady! Really? Oh, Dean, come on, really?
Double J and Brady.
Oh.
I think Brady's okay. Continues on. So is JJ.
Well, sure
he should be
would
fine.
be.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I got to do it.
We got beef.
Oh, once again, we'll look right here. Dean, from the look we had right there, it honestly looked like Brady just come up, tried to side draft him, ended up hooking him around, sending him.
Yeah, there.
Jeff can't go much higher. I mean, hell, he's there. And granted, this backstretch is not straight. It's not straight. It is at a curve, mind you. I'm not sure if that's what it was or if Brady was just trying to come up hit the side draft or if he's still pissed off at him that he ain't racing on his team no more. I don't know. But at the same time, caution is out right here in stage number 1.
It'll elect some drivers to come down pit road as well, too. It looks like Diebold has gone down there. Brady, JJ, Joshua Suss, Kaufman, JD Larson, Brian Chu, and Raul Mesa have all come down to take that earlier pit stop. Now, shouldn't be any damage that you saw from the connection from between Brady LaBeouf there and JJ. I think they're just trying to get this pit stop over and done with. They're at the back of the field anyway, so they ain't got too much to lose. Perhaps that extra little bit of fuel that they put into these trucks here this evening might be enough to save themselves a potentially having to go down to pit road, my friend, and jump the rest of the field when they do come down to pit road. But we'll see. Remember that fuel capacity too there, Jacob, is 75% tonight for the trucks, and they have 4 sets over the wall with the one set of boots or freshies, stickies that they start the race on.
Yeah, absolutely they are. Real quick, I do want to bring the boss man, Brady LaBeouf, in here. Ironically enough, it's not because him and Jeff had the contact, but just because of the sponsor of the race here tonight with the William Michael Netherton Memorial. And Brady, I got with Cody a while ago. I showed up a little bit late, but he told me to get with you on this. So for everybody out there, for the William Michael Netherton Memorial. For this memorial race, tell everybody about William.
Yeah, I personally don't know that much about William, but I will say, we had this race slotted, and we'll make it up to him. Darren's Detail and Shine 220 is what it was supposed to be named, and I was talking to Adam Newton, and we all know Adam Newton. He's been a long time NASRA driver. He's supported our leagues and done a lot for us. And I was just talking to him the other day, and he told me about William's passing, and John and his family out there is good friends of Adam Newton, that is. And so we just felt like to put a smile on Adam's face and maybe help with the family the grieving process. To give them a name after, put a name after the race. And so we did that, and, hopefully it just puts a smile on everybody's face.
Thank you very much for that, Brady. We'll let you get back to work. That is the boss man, Brady LaBeouf. We'll let him slide back down to NASRA Racing Esports. He has got some work to do. Back there in the back, having that contact with Johnson, having to work his way back up through here. And later on in the race, we will have a salute to William Michael Netherton later on here in the race. But Larson up at the front. Oh, hell, Cofield down to the inside. He almost snapped it loose off before Harris up on the top side. Here comes Morales trying to make a little something interesting as well. Harris, Cofield, Ross, Morales, you name it, they're here in Chicagoland, old buddy.
They're going to be slicing the dice in their way through these laps too, with coming down almost with 12 to go there, Jacob. But remember, they will stay green for our stage 1. So they won't get a caution, unless, of course, there's a caution by an incident on there. Cole Larson is starting to get a little bit of a lead away here at the moment. So is Lucas Lyons. Andrew Harris got himself up 3 places now, as he shot himself into that number P3 position as well too. So this is getting to be a nice little sprint here. And here comes the attack now from Lucas Lyons.
Yeah, Lyons up on the top side, going to get that run off of 2. Here comes Harris. Now Larson down on the bottom. Biggest movers of the race. Hillbilly. Steve Barnett up 7 spots. Manchuri up 6. There for a second, I really thought we was going to go 6-5-4-3-2 all the way down for the front five, but it just didn't work out as far as that mattered. But the Hillbilly, still the biggest mover and still moving. It was up 6 spots. Now he's up 9 spots. He is rolling, trying to get up to the top 10, the best that he can. Biggest loser so far in the race, obviously, was Triple J after getting hooked around by LaBeouf. Here is the 5 fastest 5-lap averages. Look who's at the top of it.
Yeah,
Raul Meza. Damn it all. How about that?
Yeah, Raul took tyres, I believe, in that last pit stop, so he's got freshies on. So being out by himself at the back there, he can just put down basically qualifying laps at the moment. Being not look at that free-wide action in the background as well, too. Shuffling for P2, but being not a super speedway, you can go out there and put some fantastic laps in without having to have a whole party around you. So that's what it is.
Yeah, and one thing about this place right over here in 3 and 4, this is a very, very technical racetrack. Dean, I am a little bit selfish to say this right here, but I am so happy that NASCAR is coming back to the 1.5 miles and not to that damn street course. I am so happy. I mean, street course puts on a fantastic show here with NASRA, but I am happy to be back at the 1.5 miles, and it is showing how to get it done. Right on board right there with Andrew Harris. You see him working their way down. Oh, damn, door banging. Oh, we got some door banging. You want some door banging? Here's your door banging with Lyons and Harris working their way off before they door banged into 3, slid back down. Cofield able to take advantage, slide right by him, and here comes Cody Knight. 26
Contact.
Toyota, he slides up, he door bangs Lyons. Everybody door banging here tonight, Chicagoland.
Yep, and I think at the moment, look at this. It's getting something's going to growing up in the middle pack here at the moment. They're getting antsy as well. They're door banging, they're trading paints. Cole Larson's wishing that they could just take this one all the way the green to the end of stage 1, which will stay green anyway. That's what he's probably hoping, so he can get those stage points in the bag. He doesn't really want a caution right now because he is in control of this race. Caulfield's fighting desperately with Harris for that second spot currently at the moment that kept forming. I think unless Cole makes a mistake, he should have the stage 1 tied up. Let's see how it pans out. Lucas Lyons dropped back a couple of places now. He's just hanging in that P4. Cody Norton.
Yeah, I mean, they have straight up, I mean, literally, some of these old boys racing like they are on a 1/4 mile dirt track, or a 1/4 mile racetrack for that matter, like Bowman Gray. And they have been door banging. You know what? I said it a while ago, but now I got the right stuff lined up right here. You want your door banging? Here's your door banging back here. Here we go, baby. This is what we love. Oh, baby. Cody Knight getting up under the wall, trying to get around Lyons. Not trying to slide up in the fourth spot. And Cody Knight, who started in the top 10, started in 8th. This could be a career night for Cody Knight. He could somehow or another get that Warrior Racing Esports entry up here, possibly get him a stage win, possibly get the win at the end of this sucker all the way down to 145. Still a long way to go. Cody Knight is showing some muscle in that 26.
Yeah, Cody Knight's really improved a lot of late, and he should be getting a lot better as well too, because him and his family got pretty crook the other day, got pretty sick, and as we spoke to him, they're all back to healthy recovery. That's good for that, and it's going to show you that Cody's pace has been right on lately, so good luck to him for that. I'm always down for Jacob, like anything. I mean, I don't want to spoil it away from the other drivers that are multiple race winners before in the past, but I'm always going for, even in sports, I go for teams that have never won a championship before, and I go for drivers that have never won a race before, just to give them the first one, just under the belt. Do you know the feeling, Jacob? Because, you know, once you get the first one, you want more after that.
That's a low blow. You know that, right?
What? I'm saying you do want more, don't you? Once you get your race win, you went a hot Atlanta.
Yeah, I won it, what, 2 years ago, and I ain't won a
But you haven't raced that much since then either, so...
No, I really haven't. I guess you got a point. You have a point, Dean. I guess you got a point out of that right there. But
you should have just never raced after that race win. That way you remain undefeated.
I think that was it. I think that was my last race, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but I think it was my last race. I might be wrong.
You haven't been defeated since then. 2 to go.
Oh, listen. Cole Larson up here with 2 to go, leading it. Trying to go for the stage plan. Harris now trying to work it up there on that high side tickler line, the Kyle Strickler line, if you will. And Larson running down in the cellar with Grandpappy has the moonshot from Granny. Right there on the bottom side, right up against that white line. And some of them even running the middle and other spots. But Harris trying to get this outside lane rolling. He's got the momentum. He's getting the draft. 1 to go. Going into 1. Is he going to be able to run it down? He's got it down to 3/10.
Oh, I don't think he's going to have enough time on this one. Cole Larson's turning up the wick as well, too. You can see the fastest 5 averages between those two drivers at the moment, with Cody Knight actually hanging in there as well, too, in the P3. But yeah, I'd have to say it's kind of a day late and a dollar short on that one. But Cole Larson should be fine to get the stage 1 win there, Jacob. But remember, they'll stay green, so no caution. He'll just get the bragging rights, the youngster. Good job on that one. And let's see what they can do for now in our stage 2. Presented by.
Oh, hit it.
I'm hitting it.
Hit it.
We're breaking glass.
The glass mechanic broke the glass like Stone Cold, son. Get the Bears out with the glass mechanic. Get the glass broke. So Larson is going to win that stage 1. Now we'll go straight into stage number 2, which will be a 40-lap race out of this one. Then after that, we'll go all the way to 145, which will end it here tonight. Going all the way to 65, lap 65, 40 laps right here in stage number 2. And for the most part now, some of these drivers may be able to cool it off just a little bit. Ride, take your time, see what you got, and see what happens. Matt Cherry is the biggest mover so far in the field. And, wow, look at the hornet's nest that he's smacked down in the middle of. Wow, Luke Smith back here in this mix as well right there. The Kermit the Frog. Kermit the Frog back here in the middle of it. Joey Stars back here in the middle of it as well. Oh, baby. I'm telling you, front 3, they look like they got it hooked up, and everybody else, they're throwing haymakers back here.
Joe in his man cave. He used to have in the background there, but we know he's in his man cave. He's got it all set up there. He's got the concentration on his face. He should be at the moment because he's got Tyler Goodwin and the 13 behind him. He's got Kermit the Frog just up the road there who's battling it out with Chad Ross, Cody Knight. There he is. He knows we're listening to him. Oh, Chris Blanchard's gone into pit road, so that's very interesting. On a green flag pit stop there for Chris Blanchard. So, by the way, I wanted to ask you that one there, Jacob. 75% fuel capacity. How long are they going to go before they need some gasolina?
Well, honestly, a hell of a lot shorter than what they would. To be honest with you, I'm actually going to be pulling up on my end to actually see what they got going on right here and see what we got. But honestly, the 100% fuel capacity, at least when I ran, on racing, and I'm starting to get back into the racing, you can run about 45, give or take. But now, since it's cut it down to about 75%, you might knock about 10 laps off of it. You might knock about 30. 10 laps off of it. So, yeah, I mean, that's basically what you're looking at right there for about a 35 lapper out of it. So everybody should be able to have to make one pit stop right here in stage number 2, even with guys that pitted later than the others. So that's something we're really going to have to be watching out for.
That's the situation at the moment. These top 3 are starting to check out a little bit too. They currently have a second gap there to Lucas Lyons, who's dropped back to P4. He's all by himself. Lucas is like, come, somebody race with me, please. Then you got to go back to this huge gaggle of car, all led there by Luke Smith from P5 downwards.
Yeah, Luke Smith right here trying to make a little something happen one way or another. Kermit the Frog, the 27, got cops right there on the back of it. Obviously supporting the Friday Night Series, and the caution flies. Better in the back, Hillbilly, dirt tracking it through the grass. Probably snapped it loose coming off turn number 4. That will bring out the second Serve Pro caution of the race here this evening. Hillbilly Steve Barnett going around. We'll see what happens right here. Points Bumpers instant replay. See what happens. Hillbilly. Damn, he had a lot of people behind him. Dane Hagan back there. One of them involved right here, possibly. If I had to guess right here, Dean, he gets real light right there. You bottom out. Yeah, he might have got a little bit loose. Hagan might have got him in the left rear, spun him around. Whoa, Kaufman having to jam on the brakes right there. Morales up top as well, trying to miss it any way that he could. Oh wow, that could have been way worse than what it really was, Nate.
Yeah, so far the accidents that we've had just two cars getting in contact with each other, but not into the fence there. Oh, like he lifted off a little bit, didn't he? Or did it wheel spin? I mean, you look at the pace of him compared to the other trucks around, right? There he drops off significantly on the exit compared to the two other trucks around him. So I just wondered if he missed a shift or something like that as he's heading into the restart zone. Did you notice that there, Jake?
What? Yeah, I mean, Dean, right there in 3 and 4, it does seem like the truck does bottom out majorly.
Oh,
like it will bottom out
so that's what it might have happened.
Crazily.
Yeah.
It will. As we got drivers taking pit stops right now. Everybody working their way down pit road right here, Dean. You said we take a little break with them. We ain't got a commercial break all race long. We'll go ahead and take one real quick as we got drivers going down pit road. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. We're going to talk with damn, Cofield spins it right there on the pit road. We were getting ready to go to a commercial. Cofield, one of the front runners, he spins. We'll be talking to Cole Larson when we're back here in Chicagoland. Back here in Chicagoland. What a dandy we've been treated to so far here this evening. Let's have a little chat with your stage 1 winner. You know, Dean, I like to call him the young money of NASRA. Obviously, because, you know, it sounds like Cole Larson. It sounds like you're saying Cole or Kyle Larson when you say it, but it's really Cole Larson anyway. Yeah. But here is Cole Larson right here, stage 1 winner, buddy. Congratulations on that stage 1 win. Tell us about how that track's feeling out there.
Yeah, it's feeling really good. We're just qualified P1 and just able to stay up front, kind of use the aero to our advantage, just aero blocking, doing what we have to do, stay out front, and yeah, it's just been smooth sailing so far, but that could definitely change real fast. Well,
you've led a lot of the laps at the moment too, my friend, and stuff like that. I didn't have a chance to see the real quick off subject, of course, but you were in the 500, weren't you, the PGR 500 race the other day?
Yeah.
How'd you go on that one, mate?
Yeah, we had a chance at a top 5, come to the trioval, got through the big one, and then just barely got right at the end. And ended up finishing P24.
Oh well, guess what? You can flip that around tonight and get a P1 if you want, mate.
Attaboy, sounds like a plan. Cole Larson getting ready for a restart, buddy. Good luck the rest of the race.
Yep, thank you.
Yeah, I don't know who won that.
That was Cole Larson, stage 1 winner.
Jacob, but yeah.
Dean, I tell you what, right here, this being the William Michael Netherton Memorial 220, the start of the 2-2s in it right here. How about this right here? A 2-lap salute will be silent for 2 laps here in stage 2 presented by the Class Mechanic. It's silent for William Michael Netherton. Salute to you, Mr. Netherton. for the North American Sim Racing Association and the NASRA 360 Racing Network. As Bray LaBeouf talked about, a great friend of Adam Newton. Obviously, Adam Newton, the Bulldog, not in attendance tonight for obvious reasons, but I'm sure he's at home watching a straight-up wild one here tonight. Damn, Lucas Lyons getting a little bit loose right there through 3 and 4. Opens the door for Kermit. Here comes Matt Cherry, one of the biggest movers in the field. Literally started 25th. He's up to 5th. He's up 20 spots. There's the last pit stop info that we got going on right here. Larson got him 4 tires. Come right out as well. He leads them going into 3.
Yeah, looks like everybody took some tyres on that one as well, too, with 4 over the wall. And you're getting through this race pretty quickly as well, too. You'd imagine you want to use them if you get the opportunity, of course, under the caution. And that they did. Cole Larson still leading this race at the moment. Matt Cherry's up 22 places for old Cherry at the moment, too, Jacob. So not bad at all.
Yeah, not bad at all right there for Matt Cherry. Put a cherry on top. She's my cherry pie. Obviously a Warren song, Dean. I don't know if you've ever heard that song,
I
but
know
it's a
Warren.
killer song. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, I
And
was
one
probably a
thing
young fella
about it-
dancing to that. Go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. And what it would mean for Matt Cherry to get a win here tonight, put the cherry on top, no pun intended, to get the win here tonight and help his case going into the next round here of the playoffs, getting ready to slide right into it. When we go back to it next week with the Sweet 16. And Matt Cherry certainly tried to have the eyes on the prize, if you will. Doing a pretty good job so far.
Yeah, have a look at that graph. That's the graph that you would like, isn't it? That's like if you're investing in stocks or something like that, you'd be like, that's exactly when I see it. The up and up and up and up and up and up and up. And there it is currently at the moment. He's only got 2 more places and he'll be right up the top.
Well, Dean, that honestly looks like that little boy, that little buddy that's on the Price is Right. You know what I'm talking about? The little guy that keeps going up and up and up and up and up. That's what it looks like, literally, for Matt Cherry and trying to make it happen. Mixing it up here, and he is in a bad way. He is in a bad way. He gets tagged in the left rear, able to hold on to it. Harris tagged him, knocked him around sideways, set him up into Lucas Lyons. Cherry got to gather it back up, go after Harris. Luke Smith right behind him with Chad Ross and Roger Dobbold and others trying to give chase as well. Oh, baby, that could have got interesting right there in the trial.
Oh, bit of contact there as well, too. He's going to be really careful. He can't lift off too much, isn't it? Because Lucas Lyons, who is blinking every once in a while, hopefully not too much, should be okay. Yep, Andrew Harris now, and that's Cole Larson's like, okay, I'm not sure what you guys are all doing behind me, but whatever you do, keep it up, just as long as you don't get in front of me. As he's almost led every lap in this race, and he continues to do that. And the only other person that had managed to lead 1 lap was Lucas Lyons, who led 6 of them. So who's currently running that P4 position. So Cole Larson in controlling form of this one so far. Jacob.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely doing a fantastic job at that. Trying to make it happen right here with the youngster, trying to get him the win, slide himself right into a fantastic spot. Get him the win here tonight at Chicagoland, but Harris has got different plans. You check him out riding on board with Andrew Harris. Takes a shot to the inside, thinks different, will fake him out, jump up to the top side. Larson on the bottom, Harris up top. Cherry sliding down to the inside, and maybe Matt Cherry that sent it in and got into the back of Harris, maybe showing a little displeasure to Andrew Harris for getting him in the left rear and knocking him sideways in the tri-oval about 2 or 3 laps ago on the front stretch. So Matt Cherry probably not real happy right now with Andrew Harris.
Jacob wants beef, doesn't he? He wants beef out there.
Yes.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Yes, please.
Look at the way that Cole Larson's just putting his truck in all the right places, isn't he? He's making it difficult for these drivers to find a way around. So Cherry's going to use the top side here. He'll go around the outside. There it is. So is also Andrew Harris going to attack it at the moment and try to get on the inside? No. See, there he is. Cole Larson will cover off the inside apron and he'll force Cherry to go all the way around the outside, because that's all he can do at this point. Andrew Harris did lift it off a little bit there and just sit back and watch this battle for P1.
Yeah, Matt Cherry is really a man on a mission right now. Trying to be up 24 places from where he started back there in the back. Matter of fact, I heard from Matt Cherry right before we got in here, literally right before we went live here tonight. Matt Cherry was like, oh boy, I'm back here in the back. I'm back here with the squirrels. I gotta figure out a way to get up here to the front. Matt Cherry has found that way, one way or another. I'll say this, he's done it the hard way, Dean. He really has. He has literally done it the hard way, slid up through here, got himself in the right position. And Matt Cherry, what a drive it would be for him to get up here, mix it up, and have a shot to win stage number 2 presented by the Class Mechanic. Harris tried to help him. Harris gonna bump draft him going into 1. Harris got to back away. Now you got Lines down to the inside. Lucas Lines going to send it. Try to make a little something happen as well. Down on that inside lane, not able to do it. Larson, Cherry still side by side going into 3.
Yeah, what I like about the young Cole Larson as well too is he's just committing to the inside and the middle. He's not going up that high that often there. To speak of it, he just didn't, because he managed to clear Cherry there for a second. So he did manage to go high. Cherry's going to go down the inside now. Is it going to be a flipperoos? Because Cherry going to try to control this one. They are going to do what I said before there. They're going to force Larson to go in the middle. There's contact. Larson slides off almost into Harris. Had to lift back off a little bit. So did Cherry. Cherry's now dropping down to P6 at the moment, mate. So his graph that we had up there before is going to drop off. That's some of the fancy new graphics that we have here. Almost a bit of full wide action back here. But I think we're going to keep the camera around here too there, Jacob, because got a sneaking suspicion that something might be brewing up around here.
Yeah, a little something going on right here, man, right here. I mean, literally, it's getting interesting right here. Big time. These old boys right here. It's Joshua Suss having a couple comments back there as well. Larson actually said a little something in the race chat when Cherry got into him. And now Cherry has found all the way back into the 9th spot. Riding on board with Tyler Goodwin. Harris is gone. Trying to check out. Right on board with Goodwin. You saw the bumping. Yeah. You saw the bouncing. I mean, these old boys bouncing around like a basketball, working their way and bouncing around through there, especially going into 3 and 4. It's a little bumpy right here at 1 and 2 where they're racing at, but getting over there at 3 and 4, especially on the bottom of the racetrack, Dean, it does seem like it is very, very rough, like you're riding over a gravel road. You're on the back road here in North Georgia. That's basically what it feels like when you're down there on the bottom right here.
Well, we may need to get out there and smooth that out a little bit later. There's Cherry. He's stuck in the middle at the moment there with Brady LaBeouf. He's got Hogan right down on the inside there. You've got Kerry Jamute around there. So that's the situation from that little bump at these speeds that these drivers are doing. You can see it just drops him back down there. That's going to up and down his graph there. See, it is. There it is. It's like the gold and silver prices in the stock market after they reached an all-time high about last month, and they just went dive bombing for a little bit. But there it is, back up the front butt. Cole Larson, Andrew Harris is checked out. Oh, not so much. He checked up into the fencer there too. So see all those sparks flying off there. It's going to put Larson, maybe, perhaps, yes, it will, back into the lead of this race. And they've got almost a 1.5 second gap to the rest of the field now, Jacob. Check it out.
Yeah, they absolutely do, baby. I mean, they're absolutely checking out, trying to get out of here any way they can. Doing a fantastic job of it. I mean, wow. I mean, just straight up moving through the field. Making it happen up here. Larson on the bottom, Harris up top, trying to mix it up any way that they can. Big old gap, almost 2 seconds over the rest of the field. The Lions back there battling with Luke Smith, Kermit the Frog. We are in stage 2, presented by the Class Mechanic. If you're watching it, if you're loving it, if you love NASRA, like and subscribe as Larson gets up into the wall off turn 2, but doesn't lose a whole lot of ground on Harris.
If I was these two, Jacob, I'd be on the horn saying, let's just work together, all right? You can just switch through. You can. By the time you get an 11 to go, then go. Let's go for it. But if you got yourself a 1.5 second gap to P3 at the back there of Luke Smith behind all those cars, those trucks, I say, well, you just work together for a little bit. Take it easy. Don't be so punishing on your tyres. And then I'd say with 3 to go, and then you say, all right, look at each other, nod, tip the hat, and then just go for it to see who wants to win stage 2. But at the moment, just work together, because and continue to, if not, increase that gap that you have over Luke Smith and P3.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that is a wild drive right there. Oh, Larson able to cut Harris off. almost ended up wrecking him, cut straight across his nose. Could have been a big, big bad way right there. And Harris going to throw the slider right back on him. Oh, baby.
Bad to the bone.
This is what we're talking about right here. Throwing sliders 9 ways to Sunday. They're driving like they are on a quarter-mile dirt track, Dean. They're driving like they was at the Chili Bowl not too long ago. Sliders back and forth. Larson throws the slider on Harris. Harris throws the slider on Larson. Larson slides up. Harris takes a shot. Doesn't drop to the bottom. He'll try to take it back up on the top side.
And it cost them half a second. Half a second that they had over Luke Smith is gone, and that battling that they're doing right now. So that's not working together. They're going to have Luke Smith and Lucas Lyons on their tailpipes pretty soon. At that one, if I was Luke Smith, I'd be hunting them down right now. Just put qualifying laps and you got nobody around him. While these two are going for it, I'll have a smile on his face. It's down to 8 tenths now. So there you go, Lucas Lyons shaved another 2 tenths off these two battling. So are they okay? It is 8 laps coming to 7 laps now to go. Enough of a gap with Luke Smith coming thick and fast.
Yeah, I think they're in a bad way right here, honestly. I mean, what they should have done was just rode. I mean, they want that stage 1 bad. Remember, Larson won stage 1. Harris tried to get stage 2. And Luke Smith tried to crash the party, I guess you could say. We got one right here crashing the party. Jumped up here to the NASRA 360 Racing Network with us. Wesley Allen joining us. Wesley, what's up, buddy?
What's up, man? Hope you guys are doing well. Thank you for covering for me during my time doing radio play-by-play for basketball. But yeah, man, I try to follow some of it on the way back here to La Casa. And what a job for Harris, Larson, Smith. What a great battle we're watching. And all this going on as we're closing in on the end of stage number 2 presented by the Glass Mechanic. Look at the chart on your right, and you can see what a phenomenal job Andrew Harris is on it tonight, and it shows Jacob being in the P1 spot right now.
Yeah, Andrew Harris really on a charge right here with 6 laps to go. Now make it 5 laps to go. Larson is there, but now Luke Smith, Kermit the Frog, he has latched on to it. I mean, Wesley, they had a hell of a lead, really. I mean, Harris and Larson, they were gone, like literally gone. But they got up here, they started racing with one another, really closed that gap, if you will, and it really has honestly screwed them. Racing as hard as they've been racing one another, it has screwed them majorly now that they have. Honestly, now that there is a 3rd player up here into this mix, and obviously Matt Cherry not too far back from there as well.
Right now, just kind of seeing Kermit right now holding on to that 3rd position. Look at Harris now way up high as here comes Larson trying to make a move down on the bottom here. Cannot catch him yet. They go down to the up top of the racetrack up against the safer barrier. Harris continuing to hold on to that line here in Chicagoland as they work their way off of turn number 4. Look at this now. Larson getting a big push down to the bottom. Can't get him yet. Closing in. 2 to go. And the caution's out, actually. We got a yellow flag.
Dane Hagan, 39, going around right here. Oh, wow.
Finish, wow.
Not sure exactly what happened to him. Spun it around right there, almost got T-boned while he was at it. And I think Andrew Harris might have got the stage 2 victory because I think, honestly, stage 2, it was going to end under caution anyway, but right here with the wreck, he's going to throw it right there into that loop and caution out. Let's see what happened with Hagan.
Look at it on the replay here. We'll find out. Watch the contact. And there it is. Boy, wow, he got loose under the front bow of the 21 is Shane Scott. It up and bicycles into the safer barrier, reverses it behind in reverse at the start-finish line, and the NASA Dan Hagan truck putting us under the yellow flag again here. Another look at it from up top. Wow, it was very wide there, Jacob. Look at
Cinnamon right there in the mix right there. Oh, Cinnamon barely missed it. Might have got clipped in the left rear. Damn! Oh, he almost went around. That could have been big. Listen, we've seen it numerous times with some of these wrecks here in NASRA where if these guys were just about an inch back or inch forward or what have you, it could be chaos. It could be disastrous. Not waste to Sunday. But certainly, Spice-Man Chris Cinnamon, he is very, very lucky. Truly lucky. Maybe have him some spicy chicken wings when this is all said and done since he's the Spice-Man.
A Spice Man indeed, the man that we call the Spice Man, a champion in the past of the NASRA DSR Electric Truck Series. And the man from Moundridge, Kansas, Andrew Harris, will celebrate as the Glass Mechanic Stage 2 winner. And it looks like we're seeing everybody, and I do mean everybody, coming down to the pit lane as this will again end stage number 2. They'll go into stage number 3, and pit stops are about to push of course, almost 80-lap shootout coming up here, Jacob, at Chicagoland.
Yeah, it's going to be a pretty good little barn burner, if you will. Looks like, actually, wait a minute. I think Roger Doppel might have stayed out right here. He might have actually got the lead out of this. Sediment stayed out as well, so Roger Doppel may actually be your stage 2, presented by the Glass Mechanic winner.
Well, remember what the rule was. The rule was that they wanted to end the stage on whatever lap it was. So the question is, Roger Diebold, if he gambled and stayed out on the lap that the stage was, he should be the stage winner. You're exactly right, Jacob.
And this right here, this is the end of 65. This is it right here. So Diebold might have got the stage 2 win right here. Wow. Damn, what a gamble
rolled the
right
dice
here.
And made it work. You're sure right. You're exactly right. He rolled the dice and make it work. If you're joining us on the Community Radio Network, we welcome you for coverage after basketball of the NASRA DSR Electric Truck Series. We are at the end of stage number 2. Quickly in stage 3, a late race caution at the end of stage 2. And strategy by Roger Diebold. And that Florida Cabinet Distributors number 14 Ford out of Monrovia makes him stay on the track, and Jacob, he will be credited as the stage 2 winner. Wow, what strategy.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if we got to pull him up here real quick. I mean, I know they're going down the back stretch. We got to bring him up here. I mean, real quick, we'll bring him up here. Roger, buddy, you win stage 2. Real quick. What the hell are you thinking? You're staying out right here. I mean, I know you get the stage points and everything, but come on, man.
I had to do something controversial yet brave to gain some points here, and this is going to be exciting here in a minute. I mean, I got a pit in 5 laps, but I just figured I'd get some points and get a little TV time. You know what I mean? I'm not
on late race caution. I bet hoping for a caution on the restart, aren't you, Roger?
Yeah, I'm hoping I'm not the caution, but we'll find out here in a second.
All right, that's Roger Diebold, Glass Mechanic Stage 2 winner. Rolls the dice as everybody else pits. And he comes down to the line. Green flag, stage number 3. Jacob underway, under 80 laps to go. This is the push to the finish right here at Chicagoland.
Yeah, big shove right here. There you're riding on full windshield. Scott, oh, great Scott. Look at 3 wide. Harris stuck in the middle. One center in the back. Aaron Van Ryn, I may get it right here. No, he's able to straighten it back out. Diebold, I'm telling you, if Van Ryn could have spun it out right there, Diebold would have sent him a Christmas card right here in February if he could have pulled it off, but it ain't going to happen.
Because he was thinking there was going to be a caution, and looked at this batter coming out of turn 4. My goodness, 5 and 6 wide, and Andrew Harris back up in front around Diebold. Remember, Roger Diebold said his tires are gone. He needs to pit with the next 5 lap. Harris, new tires, blast by him. New leader again, Harris in 3.
Yeah, I mean, you honestly see Roger Diebold right there on the outside lane. What new tires does against old tires. Old shoes is straight up getting wore out, except those shoes ain't already wore out. Harris is going to slide by, take the lead, slide right on up there. Diebold's going to have to figure out a way to get down there to the bottom. He's going to have to get with somebody and say, hey, get the hell out of the way. If you're going to go, go. I got to get down here. I got to pit here in a minute. He's got to figure it out.
Certainly does. That's Chad Ross down on the inside, 7 and 8. With Diebold free falling. Contact. Hogan. There's Hogan right where Diebold is. On the inside of him is Jason Morales. And they hold it together. Man, hoping for a caution is Diebold. He is free falling. And there goes Hogan sideways into the wall. Diebold almost into the fence also, and he saves it. Wow.
Damn.
Unbelievable, Jacob. That could have been disastrous with the number 14.
Yeah, I mean, it was right in front of him. Right there with Hogan sliding through there. There's Matt Cherry. Remember, started 25th all the way up there trying to mix it up. Him and Harris had a little bit of an iffy situation earlier on right there on the front stretch. Cherry got to shove Harris going into one. Larson, stage 1 winner, down on the inside trying to make it happen with Smith behind him. And the boss man, Brady LaBeouf, has slid up here and cracked it inside the top 5.
Unbelievable. Brady LaBeouf coming in the Brickyard, number 24. Here comes the season 2 champion. And he'll make this climb now up for that. The turn number 1 and 2 to the back straightaway. And there goes Smith and Brady LaBeouf watching all this going on in front of him. He's on the outside trying to clear him off 1 by 1 and 3.
Yeah, I mean, Brady LaBeouf trying to make it happen. Just heard through the race comms, Roger Davon took the gamble, and it may end up screwing him. He is coming down pit road this time by the 14, jumping it down pit road. And he tried it, wasn't able to make it happen, but battle for the lead is on. Larson on the bottom. Cherry come down, almost got into Larson, almost right there, hooked him. Harris third tracking it through 1 and 2, trying to straighten it out. Cherry's trying to find a hole, may stick it straight in the middle, and that's exactly where he's going. Matt Cherry with the run, trying to go from 3rd to 1st in 1/3, but not able to do it. Larson with the run on the bottom. Here comes LaBeouf and Harris in tow.
You gotta love Chicagoland, a 1.5-mile racetrack, progressive banking. This track will be greeted back again with NASCAR in the summer of 2026. And obviously, we just love this place. The racing is phenomenal. Honestly, Jacob, it reminds me of Kansas or even Vegas for that matter. All the while, Larson holding off the dogfight behind him of Harris and Jerry LaBeouf and Cofield, all in this mix as they work off 4.
Yeah, Jonathan Cofield had that spin on pit road earlier on. Now he's actually found himself back up here in the mix, going after Luke Smith. Kermit the Frog down on the inside. You see him right back there behind him. Harris trying to go after Larson. 3 wide. Luke Smith door bangs with Cofield. Cofield kind of showing a little displeasure over the race cop, showing Luke Smith what he thought about it. Oh, baby, I talked about it a while ago. Wesley, I talked about it earlier on. And I'm telling you, I mean it when I say it. You want your door banging? Here's your door banging. This is what we wanted to see.
We got beef, and a lot of it. Woo! Door banging and slamming and damming
There you
and
go.
thank you, mamming, and hold my beer and everything in between. Yeah. You didn't have your mail, my friend. We didn't have it. Copyright. You know, couldn't use it.
Yeah, you can. Can't. Everybody else can't.
Yeah, there you go. Well, there you go. Make sure you give it to me or make sure you give it to me or Dean. No, you know. Nonetheless, Jonathan Cofield, defending champion, right there on the inside for the Bandits, on the inside, up under Smith's truck. As we're 3 wide again. Look at Matt Cherry up the middle, LaBeouf outside. Smith now goes from the bottom to the top. He's going to try to hook up with LaBeouf here. 70 to go, under 70 to go.
Yeah, you don't know which way he wants to go. I mean, you know, he thinks about hooking up with LaBeouf, then he thinks about hooking up with Cherry. Thinks different, jumps back up, tries to go with LaBeouf. Thought about Cherry. Now he says, screw it. We'll take the top side. We'll try to go with LaBeouf if we can make it happen. Harris trying to roll on the top side, get the run up on Larson. Here comes Smith going after Cherry. LaBeouf right there in tow as they work their way into 3 and 4. Cherry slid back a spot. Smith slides by him as well as LaBeouf slides by him as well and slides up into the 3rd spot.
A solid run for him right now as here comes now Larson back down to the inside. Working back past hard finish and they rumble back into turn 1. Harris way up high, drops down low, opens the door to Brady LaBeouf. LaBeouf comes storming through. He's got friends. Here comes now Cherry. Cherry now going to try to throw the block from Smith. All this goes on and they're going to conga line into 3.
Yeah, literally a straight-up conga line. I mean, literally with obviously NASRA's best lined up, trying to make it happen. Harris almost smacked the wall. LaBeouf almost slid right up there and absolutely T-boned him, but able to get out of the gas and not hit it. Yeah, here comes Smith right behind them as well, trying to mix it up. Cofield down on the inside, trying to get around Chad Ross. And Jason Morales in a 10. We saw him way the hell back there in the back in a bad, bad way. Has found himself back up here in the top 10. Lucas Lyons and the Hillbilly, who done a little landscaping duty in the infield earlier. He's cracked back up here in the top 10.
What a solid run for these guys now as they come through turn 4, back to the line. Look at now Cofield and Ross, and while that goes on, Lyons and Morales side by side. Look at the Hillbilly, Barnett. Well, he stormed through on the bottom. Here he comes, yes sir. Look at this night. It's been an up and down. It looks like a heart EKG machine, if you will. Like contact! Oh baby! Morales and Hillbilly. Barnett almost crashed coming into 3 and 4, and they'll save it.
I am shocked. I am listening to the race comps, and I am shocked Jason Morales is not lighting up the Hillbilly right now. I mean, Jason might have come down on top of him. I'm amazed neither one of them's talking. Nobody's saying a word right now after that contact. That could have been big, B-I-G right there, Wesley, but it did not come to fruition out of that. As you see Jonathan Cofield right here still trying to work his way around Chad Ross. Down on the inside, Lucas Lyons right there behind him. Cofield still working this inside lane. Chad Ross still trying to get that outside lane going. Goes Bandits Motorsports teammate. Lyons, where will he go? He may end up not going with his teammate. He's not going to do it.
Closing in under 65 to go, and it has absolutely amped up here in the virtual Windy City of Chicagoland. Down to the inside. Here comes now Cofield. Open the door. Feel the roar. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to rest our voice. Take a listen to the rumble, the rock, the roll, the thunder of virtual Chicagoland, and here they come, full speed ahead. What are you laughing at, Jacob? Don't you remember as a kid listening to NASCAR? Don't you remember as a kid listening to NASCAR, IndyCar back in the day, and they do that little camera shot like Jacob, like Dean does? And...
Yeah, you don't get that nowadays.
No, you don't
get that nowadays.
That's why I had a moment. I had a moment. I had a flashback.
Horsepower ain't there no more.
Yeah.
But the Indy cars might have it, but NASCAR damn sure don't.
So I got to send you a Facebook messenger. It is a YouTube video that NASCAR did. That is Daytona and Talladega, all sound for over an hour of a 1,000 horsepower Cup Series engine back in the day. I need to send it. Wow. No, it's badass. I mean, it's all the racing. It's just racing. No crashes. It's just racers racing for an hour. 1,000 horsepower NASCAR 90s Cup Series engine.
I'll tell you what, Wesley, I could have used that sound. I could have used that sound when my son was a month old because he loved race car engines. That's what made him go to sleep. So you end up playing that right there, and may ended up putting him to sleep. He loved that stuff when he was a month old. That really calmed him down. It was the coolest thing.
Take your messenger. I can send it to you.
But it wasn't the 90s stuff. It was like 2019 Talladega or something like that.
No, I've got the Gen 4. I've got the Gen 4 Cup Series, the 800 horsepower, 850 horsepower Cup car flyby. It's all flyby. It's awesome. The Seahawks won the Super Bowl. The most horrible NFL Super Bowl ever in history, Jacob Reeves. It was absolutely a downer. It was the most boringest damn football game on the planet. Tell us how you really feel, Jacob. Seriously, don't you agree?
I didn't watch it. I didn't care. I didn't watch it.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
No, but I heard it sucked. So I mean,
Oh, it
literally,
was,
man, I
oh,
did
it's
hear it suck.
horrendous, man. We got beef. Yeah, we got
I did
beef.
hear it
We got Slim Jims.
I heard the halftime show something too. That's what I heard.
I mean, yeah.
I never saw
Can't
it,
understand a damn thing the guy was saying. I heard him say "Olay," and I heard him say "Gracias," and that was the only two words I could catch. Bad Bunny. I mean, Green Day at the beginning of the Super Bowl, but not the halftime show. Yeah. Horrible. 3 wide. Look at this. Colin iRacing was more damn excited than the Super Bowl last night. 3 wide. Cherry up the middle. Look at this battle. Going to talk about good defense. Here it comes. Look at the Buff trying to be on the defensive to shut off Cherry in the middle. Well, that goes on. Look at them swallow up the outside lane. Contact. Cherry Tribune. I knew it was going to happen, Jacob. And around goes the 7.
Oh, wow. Wow, and he's smack dab in the middle of the racetrack. Bad spot for him. Don't want to get T-boned or nothing like that, but he's doing the right thing right here, West Out, and you get yourself in that situation. Lock the brake down. Don't roll, don't do nothing, just lock it down, wait for everybody to get by you, and then gas it up. A lot of people does not do that. They will let completely off of the brake and roll down the track and will absolutely get T-boned, and then other people get mad about that. They start pulling and cussing them out. Why didn't you hold your brakes? Kerry Tribute, good man on him. Hated that he got hooked right here. I mean, lines, honestly, this looks just like the Brady LaBeouf, Jeffrey Johnson Jr. deal. Damn near same spot. Lines trying to side draft, pull Kerry Tribute back, gets him in the left rear, spins him around. But like I said, good old Kerry Tribute to lock it down right there in the middle of the racetrack and give everybody a lane and situations to get around him.
What a phenomenal job. Look at this, Meza and everyone else all going high and low. By the way, congratulations are in order this past week, tonight for that matter, because we did not run on Friday. Remember, we took off because of the PGR 500. But tonight is Adam Newton and Raul Meza's 500 career start in NASRA. What a big round of applause. Big attaboy to them. Let's give them some love. 500 starts of NASRA. Thank you guys for supporting us for a long time. They are the first 2 drivers in the 500 club. Pit stop's going on. We step away and take one as well as we are heading towards lap 100. Stay with us back from the Windy City.
For Murph's Magical Creations. Home to custom laser engraving and gifts. This veteran-owned and operated company engraves for all occasions. If you want one of Murph's Magical Creations, call the number on your screen or commission through either Instagram or via email. Murph's Magical Creations, made with love for you.
Back, oh baby, Chicagoland, where we are. Amongst all of this going on for the William Michael Netherton Memorial 220, Jacob, this is the last race in the round of 24. Have we even talked about the elephant in the room?
What might that be, Wesley? This
is the last race.
Yeah.
8 are going to be eliminated. 16 are going on. Smith, Suss, and Cherry are already doing it.
Yeah, that's the big thing about that right there, Wesley. I mean, that's something we're really going to have to be, I talked about it earlier, something we're really going to watch out for. You see some guys right here on this cut line. Peyton Johnson, one of them on that cut line. No Peyton Johnson. He's not here. So that's going to be interesting. Peyton Johnson pretty much eliminating himself here this evening by not being here, not being able to show up. So that cut line is going to be flip-flopping literally all night long.
Final race, as we mentioned when we came back from break. This is the final race in the round of 24. We move into the round of 16 next Monday night at Atlanta, Nashville, Talladega, Richmond. The next 4 rounds of the semifinals, by the way. If you win that race in the next round of 16, you advance to the championship round of 8. Back underway, down the back straightaway. Look at, oh my goodness, Harris sideways, battling with Cherry. Cherry's already won an event to advance into the next round of the semifinals, and he's on the inside. And now look at Harris. He's got to reset fire again. Luke Smith has also won a race too to advance to these. These guys ain't got nothing to lose. Like lyrics to AC/DC and to Kiss. You got nothing to lose right here, Jacob. You can race, you can be competitive, because you know you're going to the next round regardless.
Yeah, you can race, you can wreck, you can do whatever the hell you want to. You can drink moonshine while you're racing right here in this race and it doesn't make a damn what happens. Now, granted, you might not remember what happens, but still, you don't have nothing to worry about. You're good to go. You will be into the Sweet 16. And, it's like I say all the time, Wesley, they're playing with house money. That's basically what you're doing right here, because you're just helping yourself when you get into that next round to have those playoff points, have those, all that good stuff that carries over to help you. You're playing with house money, but you want to try to at least keep that momentum going. You don't want to get completely plastered and come out here and wreck and then go, damn, well, I screwed myself out of that. What's going to happen next week? You want to race and be competitive as, wow, a big mess back there around where the carriage of view area was. There was somebody almost wrecked it back there, but Cole Larson still leads it with Luke Smith, Matt Cherry, and others up here in the front. The Hillbilly right up in the mix as well.
And remember, if you're one of those drivers on the outside looking in yellow, if you could win this race, you transfer, you pump up. All the while, they come to the line. Under 50 laps to go. There's the leaders. How about Barnett, man? What a good run for Barnett. Solid run for him. He about tackled with Jason Morales, who's back in 10th in the 10, but somehow they saved it. And look at the Hillbilly, Ryan. What a solid run for the bright Michigan driver.
Yeah, he's doing a fantastic job. Hillbilly tried to mix it up. Remember, earlier on, we talked about the Hillbilly doing a little bit of landscaping duty right here, coming off of turn 4 when he got spun around. He got loose, and then he got spun. Shot it down through the grass. But certainly, Steve Barnett tried to slide up here and make a little something happen up here. And get him a podium here tonight at Chicagoland. Bounce back from that issue from earlier. Andrew Harris right there trying to get up here and make it happen. Honestly, Harris may have a little bit of a chip on his shoulder right here, Wesley, because remember how stage 2 ended up ending when Diebold ended up getting that stage. Harris may have a little chip on his shoulder. Hell, he had it locked up until the caution come out and he went down pitted and everybody else stayed out. Well, a couple of them stayed out with Diebold and others. Harris may have a chip on his shoulder thinking, I should have had that stage 2. I at least want to get the race win.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Well, there goes Barnett down to the inside. He'll battle with Cherry. That is for third and fourth. Oh my goodness, what a job. What a race. And like Larson now up in front, like gangbusters. Hanging on is Smith and Cherry, and then they go back at it again side by side. Jacob Reeves, Wesley Outland here with you at Chicagoland as we hit the home stretch of tonight's race to close around the 24 in the playoffs.
identification. You're listening to this PRN Community Radio Network. We now pause for station identification. This is the Community Radio Network, WCRN, 87.9 FM, Clayton, Garner, Smithfield, North Carolina. Proud to be in the USA. We are CRN.
So glad you're joining us as we are closing in on the finish. 40 laps to go next time by lap 105. Jacob Reed, Finkelstein hopped in on production. I am Wesley Outland. This is the William Michael Netherton Memorial 220. And William was a very close friend of Adam Newton, our regular season points champion, the man of the number 4. Passed away very sick. And obviously we think about his family and we do this race in his honor. Right now, Larson leading over Smith and Cherry. And right now, Jacob, I am so impressed with Ross. Here comes now Shane Scott on pit road. Remember, he got into the accident with Dan Hagan earlier on the front stretch. You're on board with him now. Look at him on the bottom right, focused on the pit lane. Jacob, 40 to go, undercut maybe for the 21. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, there could be a possibility right here for Shane Scott to pull the undercut and try to make it happen right here. As you see, Larson's still out here with this race lead, trying to make it happen as well. But certainly, I think that's what they're looking at right here. Possibly for the undercut to get those freshies, that I talk about all the time, Wesley, to get those extra freshies and maybe have a little bit of an advantage on the front end. The bad part about it is, though, Wesley, we've said it numerous times, you get that advantage right there on the front end, but on the back end, everybody else that stays out, they'll have a little bit fresher tires than what you will, and then they'll end up catching back up to you. It just matters how you save your tires when you go in and try to pull this undercut.
Fargo, Florida, Chad Ross. Solid run for him on the outside. Here he comes. Way up high is Harris. Look at Harris up against the safer barrier. What a tag there. Wow.
I'll tell you what, that right there, honestly, Andrew Harris looked like he was Jonathan Davenport at Tri-City Speedway. Literally, 5 years ago, 6 years ago, mind you, when I was up there in Missouri or Illinois, right there on that damn line. Anyway, Tri-City Speedway, with literally just the back end just popped off of it. That's exactly what that looked like. Andrew Harris coming up, tail slapping the wall a little bit. Lap traffic right here in the middle of it. That's Tyler Goodwood in the 13. Oh, good God almighty. Look at Tyler over there up turn 4.
They call it the tater patch, Jacob.
Oh, yes.
He's up there in the top shelf where Grandma hides the Valentines from Grandpa and his dentures, too. Moonshine's on the bottom. That's catfishing. And Harris is way up in the fence. He's in the marble. Scraping off the wall is Harris at 87. 35 laps to go here at Chicagoland, Jacob. There's the last pit stop info. And the stint that they're on right now since the last time they pitted. And when they pitted, they all got 4 freshies, as you say.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Dean, we're talking about Valentine's Day right here. You got the cookies up there on the top shelf, and, Grandma's also hiding, the Valentine's Day lingerie up there from Grandma. That's what you hook it up there on the top side. Moonshine ain't got a damn thing to do with it. I'll tell you that, but, well, it does help. But anyway, that's beside the point. There's where Larson, you see it right there when everybody had their last pit stop, got themselves hooked up on that one. Cofield right there when they pitted. Everybody kind of in that same, boat, honestly, if you will. Everybody kind of in that same boat. There's your fastest 5 lap averages. And Cofield right now the fastest one out there, running in the 4th spot. And Wesley, I talked to Jonathan Cofield yesterday about, what he thinks about Chicagoland. He loves this place right here. He said, I am very, very good at this place, so watch out for that 58 to try to make it happen. He's running P3 right now, right behind Matt Cherry.
Jacob, you want to talk about some other nice things to get besides flowers and candy and things like that for Valentine's Day for that special someone? Yeah, adult lingerie. Yeah, I got a friend of mine, my friend Jack, his name's Jack. He told me that he's going to get some cornbread and butter beans and spread his wife on the table with it.
Damn! All right.
I mean, I'm telling you, what the world?
Say that one to your wife and see if you get a divorce. Damn! I guarantee you she'll be your ex-wife sitting right beside of you watching the NASRA 360 Racing Network.
I don't know. It sounds like she's a freak like he is, Jacob, and she's all into it. So, yeah. Hit that like, subscribe, with the bell. Cornbread and butter beans. I mean, come on.
God.
We're under 30 laps to go. Just take the archive from the race from a CRN. Colton Hogan on pit road. Or better yet, just you screenshot it on your phone on the broadcast. You can do that, I think.
Oh, Lord. I'm trying to gather my breath up here for a second. There's Roger Dobb on stage 2 winner. Remember his little issues that he had. Trying to battle back the best that he can, sliding up here and getting behind. Obviously, Cody Dodd. Honestly, Wesley, Cody Dodd, the VP of NASRA. Damn, we got a list of them coming in right there. Morales coming in, Kaufman, Tesla, Lyons. All of them shot in there like, I mean, just out of nowhere. Shut down pit road. Threw everybody for a loop right there. And back to Cody Dodd. He saw him up there running inside the top 5 earlier on. And this could have been one of those races right here. It still can be one of those races for a driver like Cody Dodd to come up here to mix it up and to have a shot and possibly get in the top 5. See how it works out as he's coming down pit road.
Funny stop indeed. Here comes Cody Dodd. Solid top 15 for the Madera, California driver, the Volkswagen Toyota. And green flag pit stops. I think to throw this race on and tax this man with under 30 to go. There's Larson, and here comes Jonathan Cofield. Cofield, a quiet year this year. Would you say that, Jacob, for Jonathan Cofield, right? The defending champion. He only has 2 wins, 3 wins this year. But it's been kind of quiet lately. His last win was not until November. It's been a bit of a slump. But the defending champion, if he could get around Larson and get the lead like he's done now to win this race, this punches the defending champion back into the semifinals for Cofield in 58. He's right now with the lead off 4.
Yeah, I mean, and Wesley, we talked to Cofield, earlier on this season and everything, and just he asked me, I think he asked you, he asked both of us, what the hell's going on here? Why is there a monkey on my back? What's the deal with winning the championship and then coming out the season after that and just straight up sucking? What is the deal? I mean, he literally asked, when is this monkey ever going to get off my back? And there for a while right there at the start of the season, we didn't know what the hell was going on. I mean, we were shocked. You were shocked, I was shocked, Dean was shocked, everybody was shocked. And then out of nowhere, he pops off a win. Then after that, he kind of started kicking tail. Then, he'd slow down a little bit. So, yeah, but it's kind of right there with that graph that, obviously our great producer, the Australian Dean Upton, is showing up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. That's kind of been the season that Jonathan Cofield has had. But with this playoff system and how everything is, it still gives Cofield, a guy like Cofield, still a shot to try to make something happen, especially right here at these types of playoffs.
I think you're exactly right. I mean, bottom line.
I'm thinking 35. I'm thinking 35 to 40 is what I'm thinking, honestly. Dean, you know, you're sitting right now at about 29 right there. Obviously, since their last pit stop, obviously they got 4 tires: Cofield, Larson, Barnett, Ross, and others. But Cofield and Larson, they're gone. Like, I mean, literally, like, they're gone. I mean, they got a 2.5 second lead right now over Steve Barnett, Chad Ross, and others. So these old boys saved their stuff right here. Cofield and Larson did. I think it's going to come down to this 58 and this 20, depending on if we get a caution here late in the race.
22 to go here at the line. With now Jonathan Cofield showing the opportunity to lead. But no, Jacob, to answer seriously, you're right, though. Remember, Brady LaBeouf won a championship, but he struggled the following year. We saw the same thing happen to guys like Jeff Burke. We saw the same thing happen to Chris Cinnamon. So, I mean, it's, you know, there was a trend there. It was like a Hicks, if you will. Green flag pit stop have totally changed the complexion of this race now. Only 11 trucks now on the lead lap, maybe 10 after Barnett pits. And all the while, Cofield, wherever he is on the racetrack, is probably closing in on 20 laps to go. That's Buzzy Mongold, by the way. Mongold in 6th. They'll make their way to turn number 4, and they will be coming to my good buddy Andrew Navarro and Premier Racing Setups. 20 to go here at Chicagoland. Jacob will go thank them as always. 15% off your order. Mention NASRA. Door banging download.
Yeah.
15% off. Goes back to NASRA's pocket, your pocket, and you get a discount as well. Thanks again to Andrew Navarro and Premier Racing Setups. And here comes the leader with now under 20 to go, Jacob, on pit road.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't really have a choice, honestly, Wesley. You know, Cofield going in right here with that 19 to go. Larson actually went in at the 20 to go mark. So when Larson went in and basically forced Jonathan Cofield's hand to go ahead and jump it down pit road and go ahead and jump down here and get gas, get tires, and get on out of here. As you see Chad Ross, technically he is the leader. He has yet to make that pit stop. And I think we saw all of it as now Chad Ross working his way down pit road. But I think Jonathan Cofield really, he wasn't really worried about what these other old boys was doing, what Chad and Joey and Hagen and all these other guys was doing. He was racing against Cole Larson. When he saw Larson go down pit road, Jonathan Cofield said, damn it, this is the time right here. I better go on down pit road this time by.
Sideways, bouncing the truck off the pit. Brady LaBeouf, he's in the lead. Last time he pitted was lap 92. He's on the binders. He's sideways as he comes on the pit road, and so is Mongold. Oh, I gotta wonder if there's going to be a penalty for LaBeouf for speeding on pit road, Jacob.
There may be a penalty for speeding and also for hitting the safety cone right there. You see those 2 safety cones right up there at the top of your screen. There's 2 of them. And remember, they've got to go through both of them. Check out Joshua Suss. He pulled the beer out right there, had the cup holder right there beside of him right there in the sim rig. Damn, I need to get one of them. But anyway, that's beside the point. Them 2 cones up there, they're there. They're not there for looks. They are there for a reason. You have to drive between those 2 cones, wide area right there on pit road. If you hit those cones, you drive straight across of them, it will be a penalty. And somehow or another, I do not know how it worked out that way, but it looks like Brady LaBeouf actually got lucky out of this. He's already out of pit road. I could have swore he'd have had a penalty right there, maybe for speeding, but I damn sure knew he was going to have one for unsafe pit entry.
And under 20 to go. The long green flag run of the race continues.
Check out got Raw right down here on the bottom side trying to take a shot and go after the 41 of Lyons. Lyons right now in the 4th spot. Mesa sitting 5th. And these old cats, they've already made their pit stop as well. They made their pit, and they're going to have to lay in it. Damn, Brian Chew. Hello, sir. Holla, Daddy. Gonna holla for $1 here tonight in Joliet, Illinois. Brian Chew sliding up here, says, get out of my way. I'm coming to the top 5. He's trying to go for 4th, trying to get around Lucas Lyons. He muscles one of the Ray Ramones and NASRA of Raul Meza, muscles him out of the way, and he's trying to muscle the youngster Lucas Lyons out of the way as well, just trying to get 4th.
Closing in on the finish of this one is now Matt Cherry up in front. But look at this awesome racing as our producer in our ear keeps saying, da-da-da-da-da-da, charge! And Meza, Mr. 500 is in the fence. Look at, oh my God, look at Hillbilly. Steve Barnett somehow threading the needle. And there's contact, and there's 4 wide! And they're taking every advantage of the pavement here in Chicagoland. Oh my goodness! It's slicing in the wind, virtual Windy City now.
Wow!
My God,
Larson
Jacob,
trying to slide up here. Wow! Cole Larson. Oh wow! I'm shocked right here. I mean, Cofield set that damn thing in there just a lap ago over in 3 and 4. He hit Lucas Lyons so hard he almost shot him straight up the hill and almost sent him right into the wall, which would have took out a couple of other drivers as well. I mean, Cofield set it through there. He saw the roadblock in front of him and said, I'm going for it. He said it. Larson had to pick his way through there, got himself in a bad spot. And remember, it was Cofield who run down Cole Larson. Here's the thing about all of this. You got 10 laps to go. 10 when they come around right here. Matt Cherry is up here leading this thing. Jonathan Cofield is about 7 seconds back with 10 to go. Matt Cherry's already made his pit stop. Harris has already made his pit stop, and so is Luke Smith. Cofield's got to be literally sending it for the next 10 laps if he wants to have any shot at catching Matt Cherry.
He pitted lap 126. And by the way, Matt Cherry already a winner in the round of 24 to advance to the semifinal round of 16. 8 drivers are going to be eliminated after tonight. We move into the round of 16 next week. And 10 laps to go. Jonathan Cofield. Cofield is about 6 seconds back to the leader, Cherry. If a caution was to come out, that would be in favor of JC, but I don't know if he's going to get one. What a long green flag run this race has been for stage 3, Jacob.
Honestly, if he doesn't keep on hitting the wall right there off of turn 4, I think I'm looking at the times right here at Wesley Outland. 9 laps to go. Cherry run a 32 flat. Cofield just ran a 31.3. That's 0.7 of a second faster than what Matt Cherry is running. Cofield may catch him. He may catch him. Here's the trick. If he catches him, he's got to pass him too. We know the old saying, Wesley Outland, catching him's one thing, passing him is another. Cofield is catching him. He's already got it down to almost 5 seconds. Once again, Cherry a 32.1. Cofield a 31.3. I think Cofield will be able to catch him. Honestly, I think Jonathan Cofield's in a catbird seat. I think he's going to have this sucker in the bag, honestly. Oh, yeah. You want to put 5 on it, Dean? I'll put 5 on it.
You think Cofield's going to catch him, Jacob? You do?
I think he will. You damn right. I think Cofield, caution comes out right here. If caution comes out right here, I think it's actually going to hurt Cofield. If a caution comes out, why? Because the caution comes out, everybody's going to go get 4 fresh tires. Everybody's going to fill it up full of gas. They're going to get the 4 freshes. Cofield does not want a caution. I think he's going to be able to run them down. He's already got it down to 4 seconds. 7 to go right here. And Cofield's still running that 31.4, Cherry running 32.2s. I'm telling you, I think Cofield, I think he'll catch him. Honestly, I think he'll catch him. Catch him. I don't know if he'll be able to pass him, but I think, yes, he will catch him.
Back straight away. They'll be coming to the line. It'll be 5 laps to go for Matt Cherry. As Harris is in the fence, he is rim riding off the safer barrier, desperately trying to run down Cherry. 4 fingers and a thumb from the flag stand. 5 to go. Five laps remaining. Harris now trying to run down Cherry. If they begin a battle for the lead, this could open the door for Smith and Cofield. By the way, Jonathan Cofield has shaved off Jacob Reeves 4.5 seconds in the last 2 laps.
Dean, you better be happy you didn't bet the $5 right there. You probably would have lost it, seriously. And I don't know what it is in Australia money, but yeah, he's catching them. Hell yeah, he's going to catch it.
It slows the momentum down, guys. And Smith and Cofield are back up in this thing here. And racing like that will exactly cost Harding. Look at this. 4 to go, 3 to go at the line. Harris bouncing off the wall again, slamming off the wall in sparks. And Cofield and Smith are reeling them in.
The only thing about it there is Cofield trying to work his way to the outside. Wesley, you got to think, though, as hard as Jonathan Cofield has been driving to get up here to these old boys, did he wear the goodies off of those Goodyear Eagles?
He's friggin' there, Jacob.
There.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, but he's
Yes,
still
the
got
hell
to
he
pass
is.
him.
Look
That's
at
the
this,
thing.
guys.
He's got to pass him. There it is.
It's one thing to run him down and another thing to get around him, but Cofield has knocked off one challenge. He's there. Guys, 2 to go. For second, Cofield around Harris, around Smith, around Sidham in the lap truck. He is now going to set his sights on Cherry. 2 laps to go.
He's got him. Cherry already hitting the wall right here, Dave. Go ahead and get it.
Cherry's nervous, guys. But you know what? Cherry ain't got nothing to lose, Jacob. He has nothing to lose except to win because he's going to the semifinals. Here comes Cofield. He's there inside. Driver left. White flag. 1 lap to go. Presented by Aaron's Detail and Sean. Cofield, Cherry side by side. Final lap for the lead for the win in turn 1.
Yeah, but Cherry's not going to give up without a fight. Harris is there. Luke Smith back into this mix as well. The leaders mix it up. Harris and Smith may have a shot at it. They're going to do a thing going into turn 3. It may be a photo finish. Harris sends it on the outside.
Here comes Cherry up the outside. It's Cofield. He will almost door slam him on the right, on the left front. Got him sideways. Checker flag. Jonathan Cofield. Dean Hopton, put your money where your mouth is. Oh, baby. Jacob Reeves is getting paid. Gambling in NASRA, everybody. The producer. And Jonathan Cofield from Mumford, Alabama. By God Almighty, War Eagle. The Auburn lover. Jonathan Cofield. His 4th win of the year. First of the playoffs. And ladies and gentlemen, he will advance to the semifinal round of 16.
Wow. What a drive right there. I mean, literally, Cofield had that sucker on full send right there, Wesley. I mean, literally full send right there for numerous laps right there to the end of it. And he took no prisoners. We talked about it. What was he back? About 9 seconds? Somewhere in that range, you know, I mean,
7.5 seconds.
Yeah, at least 7.5, like you mentioned. What a drive to come all the way back and made it work. Granted, Matt Cherry made him earn it right there at the end. But damn it all, Jonathan Cofield, defending series champion, gets it done here at Chicagoland. He's going to the Sweet 16.
Results tonight from Chicago. Jonathan Cofield is the winner. Matt Cherry 2nd. Andrew Harris 3rd. Luke Smith 4th. Cole Larson top 5. Steve Barnett. What a job for the Hillbilly. Chad Ross, Kerry Tribune, Brady LaBeouf, and Roger Diebold, the top 10 with a checker fail here in the William Michael Netherton Memorial 220 here at Chicagoland, Jacob. There's the trucks, the beautiful kaleidoscope of colors, the teams they represent, the interval of the finish, and their names in all their glory. The top 10 here at the end of the race. You got the rest of the top 20.
Yeah, absolutely. And finishing in the 11th spot, Joey Stires right there for Chrome Racing. Lucas Lyons, the Bandits Motorsports driver, ends up finishing in 12th with Raul Meza finishing in 13th, up 16 spots from where he started too. So good drive right there by Raul Meza with Holla Daddy Brian Chew ends up getting 14th with Jason Morales 15th. JL Justin Lumpkin was sick with it. Motorsports Swim finishes 16th. Cody Knight gets 17th. James Kaufman 18th, JD Larson 19th, and the Kappa Joshua Suss gets 20th.
Good job there. Chris Blanchard 21st, Jeffrey Johnson 22nd, Aaron Van Rodel 23rd, Buzzy Mongold 24th, Dan Hagan top 25, Colton Hogan, Chris Cinnamon, Shane Scott, and Tyler Goodwin at the 30 trucks, 29 actually, that took the green flag here at Chicagoland. What a battle, what a race, what a show. Hopefully everybody was certainly entertained. My good almighty, it was a good one. It was definitely one we will not forget. Definitely an intense race. When it's done, it is a victory for Jonathan Cofield. Jacob and Dean are carrying you guys the rest of the way for post-race. Well, you know what? I'll hang around. We're taking a break. When we come back, we will chat with the podium. From Chicagoland, NASRA DSR Electric Truck Series playoffs. The round of 24 are done. To the semifinals we go in the round of 16. And the defending series champion of last year, Alabama's Jonathan Cofield, is in the battle and play fair game for the next round. We're back in a moment. Stay with us.
Craftsmanship that lasts a lifetime is Florida Cabinet Distributors. With over 20 years in business and 39 years of woodmaking experience, they proudly serve Northeast Florida to Southeast Georgia, delivering custom woodwork that combines precision, beauty, and durability. Whether you're dreaming of a custom kitchen, bathroom vanity, fireplace and mantel, entertainment center, outdoor kitchen, or even a full library, we can build it at Florida Cabinet Distributors, exactly the way that you envision. Hey, no project is too big or too small. If it's made of wood, Florida Cabinet Distributors can make it. Call or text Steve today. Yes, they gave us his personal cell number, 904-874-3442. That's 904-874-3442 to book today. Florida Cabinet Distributors, craftsmanship that lasts a lifetime.
We are back at the Chicagoland Speedway in the winner's circle presented by Florida Cabinet Distributors, Victory Lane. And joining us is the defending champion, picking up his 4th win, 3 in the regular season, now his playoff win, and on to the round of 16. War Eagle. I can't believe I'm saying it. War Eagle. War Eagle. Jonathan Cofield, welcome back to Victory Lane. My God almighty, the slump is over. The last time you won was mid-November. What does it mean to win again in NASRA and get yourself in the semifinals to possibly defend your title and be the first ever back-to-back champion in NASRA DSR truck history?
Yeah, dang, sure feels good to get back in Victory Lane, man. It's been a while. I was beginning to think I was an old washed up sim racer for a little bit there, but good race by everybody, by the way, man. Only had a handful of cautions. Man, that was such a good race. Had some good long runs. Me and Lucas got into it on pit road, had to go to the back. I don't know if the car didn't ghost like it should or what, but I mean, I was almost in my box when he got me, so nothing on his part. Probably just a glitch, but had to fight our way back, saving a little tire. Probably saved too much tire, but really felt like I was the fastest guy all night long if I could just get up to the front.
And, Jonathan, I ask you this right here, and I think you know exactly where I'm going with this, buddy. When you came over yesterday to the house, and, me and you, we were talking about it, you said that this right here, I asked you, I said, what do you think about Chicagoland? You feel pretty good. You was like, yeah, I feel pretty good about this. Yesterday, did you actually think that you would actually be sitting in victory lane when me and you were talking about that yesterday, or was you just hoping like hell that you just come out of this with a good finish?
Oh yeah, just hoping I'd have a good finish. Like I was telling you over there, I've had a crappy season in anything NASRA runs here lately. I think I got my first podium in Cup not too long ago, but yeah, might drive back over and hold Little Man again. I think he gave me a little luck.
He damn sure did. I think he did. No, I about cussed on air. Anyway, yeah, no joke. Seriously, you might want to.
You let him hold your baby? Are you serious?
Yes.
I did.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Got to hold the baby before I did.
We had a good time.
He'll be over here before the championship race. Guarantee it.
There you go.
He makes it another point at the
Well,
final.
Jonathan, congratulations. It's 217th career start at NASRA is another victory. His 26th career win overall, 89 top fives and 138 top tens for the 58 of Jonathan Cofield, the defending champion, and on to the semifinals. Thank your sponsors. We'll see you next week.
Oh yeah, just everybody at NASRA, Dean, you, and Jake for coming on here doing the broadcast. Once again, shout out to all the drivers, man. Heck of a race tonight, man. A lot of green flag runs. Lions 3D Designs, all my teammates at Bandits Motorsports. I think we should come out of here with the team points lead now. So, hoping that's true. But yeah, man, just looking to get the rest of the season over with, get it going.
There you go. There, ladies and gentlemen, there's the thoughts of Jonathan Cofield. The reigning defending champion might have all the voodoo away from him now. He is in the semifinals and back in the hunt to race for the championship and be the first ever NASRA in history. I don't think anybody in the history of any NASRA sanctioning body has been a back-to-back champion. It might be Keith Bradley. I think maybe Keith. I know Keith Bradley. Jacob is a Cops 2-time champion, but I don't know if it's back to back. I have to look on the stats on that. You're the Friday Night Cops announcer.
It's not.
So it's not. So there's never been anybody in NASRA history to be a back-to-back series champion. So that could be something that Cofield could do. Thanks for your time, Jonathan. Let's grab now Matt Cherry. Matt, always great chatting with you, sir, in the 45. You have already put yourself in victory lane earlier in the round of 24 playoffs. You just had fun racing here at the end, man. Just talk about the battle between you and Harris and Cofield closing the gap, getting closer and closer. Were you looking in your mirror, or were you just kind of focusing on what you needed to do, Matt? Nothing wrong with Silver, by the way.
Yeah, I was watching Cofield. I knew he had the freshest tires out of everybody. I short pitted, and I had a lot of laps on my tires, and I burnt the right front off of it, just trying to get through lap traffic and get out front and, just kind of try to set sail. But, I had a couple of guys come off pit road and, just hang on my right side and drag me back. It cost me a little bit of time, but, we won last week, finished second this week. Hopefully we can keep this momentum rolling.
Matt, I'll ask you this. I mean, I'm sure you had to be sitting there, watching that interval, watching your relative box and just seeing, how, you had to be watching him. You had to be following Cofield, obviously shooting up through there. What's going through your mind as he's getting closer and closer? Are you trying to plan that attack when he gets there, or at least plan that defend when he gets there?
Oh, yeah, I knew he was going to get there. It was just a matter of time. I knew it would be close to, 2-3 laps to go, but, he came through there with at the white flag, and, my plan was I was going to drag his right rear quarter panel, try to hold him back. I did a pretty good job of it, but, we got into turn 3, and he nudged me up the track a little bit, and I wasn't able to side draft him like I needed to the line. So, he got away, but, we got second. We'll take it. And we'll start the next round at some super speedways and try to carry this momentum forward.
Jerry, ladies and gentlemen, this is career start number 231 tonight for him. He has 10 career wins, 51 top fives, and now 107 top tens in NASRA. Before I let you go, Matt, please thank your sponsors. Everything resets next week. We'll see you for the round of 16 semifinals.
I'd like to thank my sponsors, Brady and everybody that puts this together, and you guys that sit here and watch us crash 90% of the time. I know it's frustrating at times, but it's still good to go back and watch these races.
Well, there's the thoughts of Matt Cherry. I think you guys are always entertaining. Thank you from Scottsville, Kentucky. And what a battle there between him and Harris. And, of course, Cofield got around him. Cofield got the win. Matt Cherry second. And we are going to grab now Andrew Harris. And by the way, Harris is another one of those drivers that, hey, listen, he's what a battle they put on. And he'll settle for third. Harris, you're taking this race. And, man, you were right there in the hunt. Did you damage the truck really badly, bouncing it off the wall? I mean, that took the momentum away, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't know if it damaged it or not. It probably did in a little bit, but more than anything, it just killed the momentum, and that's what I was really using the top side for, is just to get all the momentum I could. So Matt did a good job taking away the top side, and I knew as soon as he slowed me down, I saw Cofield coming something big in my rear view mirror, so I knew it was pretty much hold on to a podium spot for me, to be honest with you.
And, I mean, obviously, Harris, I mean, you come into this right here. I mean, pretty good little run right here. Talk us through this right here, because I'm starting to kind of get back into the iRacing scene and everything else. But I remember how tricky this place is, and how wore out this place is. Are you happy that NASCAR is going back to Chicagoland over the street course? And please tell me yes that you are, because me and you will be, I'll be a big fan of yours, because I love this place right here. I love Chicagoland.
Yeah, I definitely like to see him go back here, to be honest. And I didn't know that they were going to do this, quote unquote, over Chicago street course, but I'm glad that they're not doing Chicago street course if that's the case, because I don't know, I just not a huge fan of that, that style of racing, especially in these big boats that we call NASCAR vehicles. So yeah, I am happy to see them back at Chicago. This is a tough track. It's a whole lot of fun though, if you get the right guys, and we had the right guys tonight, because we ran a bunch of green flag laps, got green flag pit stops. So yep, super happy about that.
Well, for Andrew Harris, everybody, it's career start number 146 for him. He has 8 career wins, 52 top fives, and now 85 top tens. Andrew, always a pleasure talking to you, man. Before we let you go, thank those sponsors, and we'll see you in the round of 16 next week.
Yeah, absolutely. Going to thank Steel Graphics Design for putting this paint scheme together, as always. Up front for letting me run on the team. Chris Cinnamon, Colton Hogan, Chris Blanchard, all those guys. Towing company, I'll just throw that in there. You guys for putting this on, and of course, my wife for letting me do this and not getting mad.
From Mound Ridge, Kansas, everybody, that is Andrew Harris. He will finish in the number 3 position of this race. And that will wrap up the Florida Cabinet Distributors post-race winner's circle victory lane. And a big thanks again to Florida Cabinet Distributors for sponsoring that. Here we go one more time at the end of 145 laps, 222 miles, 16 different leaders, 16 lead changes with 8 different leaders, I meant to say. 4 cautions for 12 laps. Hard charger of the race, Matt Cherry, up 23 spots to finish in second. Most laps led Cole Larson with 90. Fastest lap of the race goes to Jonathan Cofield. And then, of course, Cole Larson was your pole award winner. Those statistics presented by DSR Electric as well as Premier Racing Setups. All right, so next week, everything resets. 8 drivers are eliminated. Another 16 are left, and Jacob Reeves, they will now prepare for what will be the round of 16 and the semifinals. Here it comes. Drivers Luke Smith, Joshua Suss, Matt Cherry, as well as, of course, Andrew Harris. I know he's probably going to transfer by having a good points position. And Jonathan Cofield. Here's a guy that was all the way, in 10th, 11th. He now climbs the ladder and becomes the fourth different driver with Smith, Sussin, Cherry, like a law firm, to advance to the Fast 16. But Jacob, more importantly, it's the semifinals, and those races begin next week at Atlanta Super Speedway, Atlanta Echo Park Speedway, Nashville, Talladega, Richmond. Very unique configurations to determine who wins. If you're one of the 16 and you win, you're on to the championship race with the round of 8 at Kansas in March the 16th. It's going to be exciting.
Yeah, I mean, it really is going to be very, very exciting. I mean, you look at the rest of the races right here, obviously, like you mentioned, Atlanta, Talladega, 2 races right there that could be wild cards. Richmond, possibly a wild card, especially if you piss somebody off this season. You may have beef, one way or another. I mean, Nashville could be one of them right there as well. I mean, you got the short track field there as well to a certain extent. So, yeah, I mean, this is going to be a very, very interesting round for the round of Sweet 16. Getting down to, if it ain't Homestead, take it to Kansas, Multi-Groove, for the championship finale right there. I mean, what a way to end it right here for season 6.
Tell you something else I'm pretty damn excited about in closing. I see it posted. It says end of season 6. They've already worked on the season 7 NASRA Clash Indy cars. Oh my God, Jacob Reed. I know Dean Hopton's got a big ass smile on his face. He's looking forward to that one. I know we're looking forward to it as well. I love open wheel cars. It's going to be at the world's greatest race course at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. The NASRA Clash already getting things ready for season 7, March the 23rd, right after the championship's decided. A little change of open wheel style for sure. As always, thank you to TJ Moore, Cody Knott, Brady LaBeouf, everybody behind NASRA. NASRA Racing on social media, North American Sim, RacingAssociation.com if you'd like to get signed up. Congratulations, Jonathan Cofield, the defending champion, is in to the round of 16 after winning Chicagoland. For the man Biggles, Dean Hopton, who I'll work with again in about 5 hours at 4 a.m. my time in North Carolina, America. For the buddy, the redneck announcer, Jacob Reeves, this is the voice of NASRA, Wesley Outland, congratulating Alabama War Eagle Jonathan Cofield, winning Chicagoland. We'll see you next week at the ATL.